Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
madam. Here.
Yeah. Am I
Yes.
audible?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Yeah. Thank you, Shashi ma'am. Hello, everyone. A very good morning to you all. During the situation of ongoing COVID pandemic, safe knowledge sharing is only possible in virtual platform. We, the academician, have the responsibility to carry out the total teaching learning procedure smoothly. Only curriculum based teaching cannot nurture students' potential. It demands different development program. In this context, our total RERF team is trying our best and have organized different webinars, workshop, etc. with eminent speakers. Today, AAA department has arranged this webinar on operations, management, and decision making. This webinar can provide the audience much important practical insight on their subject. I take the privilege to thank Dr. Ranjit Kumar Chakraborty for sharing his precious time with us. I warmly welcome Sir in our virtual platform. I also welcome all the participants in this webinar. I'm confident that this session will be not only will an engaging one, but also enlightening. But with the audience will return with an enriching experience. We hope to host Dr. Chakraborty at our campus for more of such engaging sessions after the pandemic gets over. Thanking you for joining us. I'm handing a mic to Saishi ma'am. Thank you all.
Thank you, madam. I am now requesting all the participants to mute yourself during the time of presentation. If you have any questions, please put them on chat box only during question and answer session. Now, I would like to request Dr. Chakraborty sir to start the webinar.
Please unmute your mic. Yeah.
Now I am audible. Okay. Actually, today our discussion is on, that is, operation management and decision making. Particularly, if I think about the historical background of that, previously operation management conception was not there. That time we used to tell it as the production operation. That was the main concept of it. After that, nowadays it has converted to the operation management only. Now, as it is a conception of the simple production operation, so naturally, we have to think about what is the conception of the production. Now, if I think about this, the production basically is the creation of the goods. That was the previous conception. The production is a creation of goods. Nowadays, it is not only goods and services. So, in that case, what will be the operation management? That is the main concept of that. Production, I am telling, is the creation of goods and services. So what will be the operation management? It is a set of activities that create value in the form of goods and services by transforming input into output. Now, can I share the slides?
Yes, sir.
Is it visible? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is not now visible, sir.
Not visible till now.
Not
Okay.
visible, sir.
Is it visible now?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It is not visible. Yes.
Not,
Okay now.
it is okay now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm telling that is the operation. Basically, I use the two words. One is the value, and second is the transformation process. Now, if I think about the transformation process, that is basically is the conception of a system. In case of computer, it is also system. In case of organization, it is also a system. That is input, process, and output. That is the conception of the system. Now, in this case, when I am defining it as an operation, in that case, I am telling input. What are the inputs are there? That is material, machine, labor, management, capital, etc. These are all will be treated as my input. Simultaneously, we are getting the two things, either goods or the service. Now, in that transformation process, previously when I am defining a particular system, the system work on input, process, and output. So there must be certain feedback. That is whether the system is working towards our goal or not. So naturally, feedback will be there. So this is one word. I use it for transformation process. Simultaneously, I used another word that is called the value. What is called value? Now, in the organization, there are sets of activities, and that activity, if add some value, I am using this word, add some value means you think in this way. I have a particular product, I am using one activity, and it will improve from this activity, that is your quality of the product is improved. So in that case, I can say it's a value addition to the product. Another thing is there, we used one activity through which the cost of the product is coming down. It means we are adding value to the product. So value here, we are using this, that is quality, features, cost, etc. will be treated as the value. Now naturally, when I am thinking about the transformation, that is the transformation may be different types of transformation is there. That is, transformation may be physical, in case of manufacturing operation, locational, as in transportation operation, exchange, as a retail operation, then physiological, our healthcare, psychological, as an entertainment, information, as in communication. So, like that, the transformation process is there. Now, in the manufacturing firm, the production in the manufacturing firm, the production activity that create a tangible product. Tangible product, that is, which you can see, you can touch, you can feel, whatever it is. For example, say TV, fridge, car, etc. These are all the tangible products. But in organization, in case of that is our services, in that case, we are getting intangible product. That is the main difference. You think about the, say, particular organization bank. In that case, they are creating certain product that may be in place of hidden to the public or even to the hidden to the customer. Hospital, airlines office, our colleges. So they are also creating the product that is treated as the services. Now, to create a product or services, each organization must function some operation. What are those functions? That is, we can say that is some function. You think about here, operation is a function, marketing is a function, finance and accounting is a function, human resource is a function. Now, as I told earlier, our organization is a system. Input, process, and output. It is a system. So, system should work under certain environment. So, system must have certain environment, and that environment must have the interlink to our system. So, environment here, we can see about that outside supplier is in the environment, but it is a part and parcel of the system. Now, all the functions, that is operation, marketing, finance, human resource, and the outside supplier. In this case, our nowadays conception is operation is the nucleus of the system, and all other functions are interlinked with the system. For example, marketing. Marketing is sharing information and receiving information from the operation. What are the information they are sharing? That is sales function or sales forecasting. Like that, they would share that information to the operation, and simultaneously they are receiving the information that is called information, that is what is the present situation of the sales order position, what is the delivery schedule, everything they can receive the information from the operation. Similarly, if you think about the finance function, finance and accounting function, they are sharing the information of capital investment, they are sharing the information of budget, etc. They are sharing. Similarly, they are receiving the information of that is what is the inventory position and capacity expansion plan, everything they are sharing the information. Now, similarly, if you think about the outside supplier, then outside supplier also, that is called the material availability, quality data, and the delivery schedule and the design, everything they are sharing. Simultaneously, they will expect for the what is the order of the material and others information they will receive for the operation. So, when we are working in a system, in that system, we have to interact with the outside supplier from the environment. So naturally, one question will arise. As a student, always think about that. Why will study the operation management? That is the main question. Why we will study the operation management? That is, operation management is a major function of any organization, and it is integrally related to all business functions. For that reason, we'll study the operation management. Second, we study because we want to know how goods are produced, goods and services are produced. We study because we have to understand what operation management manager do, and we can, so that we can develop the skill necessary for becoming the operation manager. Another thing is also there, that is, it is a costly part of the organization. A large percentage of the revenue of the most of the firm spent in the OM operation. Now, let us take an example to clear our idea. Now, simple example I am giving. Say ABC Limited is a small firm that must double its contribution to fixed cost and profit in order to profit